All right, Robert's here. This is video number 4 of a multi-video series for regex in Python. Yeah, you can copy my regex code if you want to quickly find the solution to your regex problem from a blog post I wrote. It's linked in the description. In a previous video, also linked in the description, I showed you how to use regex in Python for a very simple situation. But here in this video, I'm already looking at a few lines from a log file, this one, and we are going to discuss how you could build a bit more serious log parsing tool in Python using irregular expressions. And yeah, in this video I'm just going to show you how to look at the log file, analyze it, and how to start to build your log parsing tool with regex, and how to actually start the process. So yeah, we'll start the process in this video, and we'll probably continue in the next part because I'm not going to be able to explain the whole thing in this single video. So let's get started with this. All right, so let me give you a brief intro about how this log file came about. So one of the readers of my blog post sent an email to me, and he asked how he could parse an asterisk, whatever that is. I believe that's some kind of web tool. He asked me how he could parse these log files and extract specific details from the log file using Python. So this is where the log file came from, and this is a very typical situation in Python and in software development. You will have some kind of logs and you will want to read them, and you will want to extract certain patterns or certain values from the log file fast without going through the whole log file. In this case, I'm giving you a simple example with just a few lines, but imagine this would be a bunch of lines. This would be a very large log file if this happens all the time. Like usually log files log everything every second or every few seconds, and you have a lot of entries that you want to go through. You don't want to go through manually. You want to extract specific details as fast as you can. So yeah, if you want to follow this video and you want to find, if you want to use this log file that I'm using right now, you have to go to the blog post and you have to download it from there. I have a link in there. So yeah, just to give you the context for the situation, this is the email that he sent to me. Yeah, and we're just gonna try to extract the things he wanted to extract from the log file. And the difference in this case is that usually you would extract things from a single line, but the specifics of this log file is that you have to somehow consider these two lines as one single line. So event and last data is supposed to be considered as a single line or single entry of data from where you want to take the data from. And that's what you can see in the file. So the challenge is going to be how to combine these two lines in a single for loop. All right, and the first step to solving this regex problem is that we need to actually access the file. So what I would do is I would use with open, which is a built-in function in Python, and then I would go to the path of the file, which is logs asterisk txt, and I would use as file. And then what I would do is I would use file read lines. Let's see, what do we get here? What do we get here? So this is a short file, so I'm gonna do, this is actually gonna be lines, I guess. And when you have lines, you're basically gonna do, for line in lines, you're gonna print line. Essentially, this is what we are going for. Okay, but I have the wrong folder. Why is it the wrong folder? It's the wrong folder because I actually misspelled it. And also, I forgot to add the mode. You want to use read mode. That's why I'm using that there. Now I have access to the content of the file. The problem is, you can see there are new lines between each entry, and in order to somehow work with this file properly, we need to get rid of new lines. So what I would do is I would do something like this. Let's modify this code, and I'm gonna do for line file read lines, and I would have a variable, not empty lines here, and if this is a solid line, I want to remove also, I want to remove new line. This is a new line, and I want to replace new lines with an empty string. And if this returns a solid line, I just want to append the solid line. Something along these lines. Okay, what's wrong? Yeah, it appears that I forgot to add a comma there. And now, so wait, what? There are no solid lines. Okay, run it one more time. Okay, I believe it should have worked, but it isn't working, so I'm gonna just use breakpoint to check it. I'm gonna print line. Let's do print line here, like this. It's not even stopping here. Maybe that because I had two read lines, and I believe it reads the whole line. Okay, so that was my problem. Okay, remove that, remove this, and let's run it one more time. Great, now I have lines without new lines at the end. Okay, now I can work with event and last data, what I actually wanted to work with in the beginning. I can do so, but I also see one more thing that I wanted to mention here is that if you're familiar with list comprehensions, you would know that this could be easily replaced with something along the lines of this. So for line in read lines, basically you can copy this one for line read lines, then on top of it, we have what's supposed to be the line. This part, and then we only consider it to be a line if it actually is a solid line. Kind of working from both sides. You can decide for yourself which one seems to be more appealing or easy to you, but I just wanted to share here that this is a way to achieve the same result. So I'm going to save it and run one more time, and you can see it had the same results. So this is how you read a file and get rid of the empty lines, or maybe you have a similar situation where you want to also get rid of something in each line, or somehow sort out all the unnecessary lines. So this is like a small pre-processing before we get into actually working with extracting data from those lines with regex. So as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a specific situation where we have to work with two lines at the same time, and there needs to be another pre-processing before we actually can use regex. So I'm going to leave that for the next video. You can find the next part in the description, and if you want me to help you become a Python developer, find my contact details below and send me a message, send me an email, talk about your situation. I will see if I can do anything for you.